Hello and welcome to our second video in Sheeley's kitchen. Today we're gonna make Arroz Valenciana. So in today's video, these are the ingredients that we would need. First, we would need the glutinous rice. This is the most important one. Next, we would need the meats. I've got thinly sliced pork in here. It's consists of pork shoulder and pork belly, pork liver, Chinese sausage, and prawn. You can use small shrimp, but what I have in the freezer was this prawn, so I'm just gonna use that. Green peas, sliced peppers, bell peppers, raisins, turmeric for flavor and for the color, a cube of chicken stock, and of course for sauteing, garlic and onions. And for garnishing later, we would need eggs and spring onions. Spring onions is in the fridge. I will have to cut them out later. So the first thing that we would do is actually wash the rice. So you people that don't wash the rice, shame on yourselves, because rice should be washed. Okay, so washing the rice, and then we're gonna mix it with the turmeric. So I'm just gonna wash and rinse off the rice. So you see, it's much clearer now. I'm just gonna do one last rinse. And then I'm gonna mix it with water. So Asian way of doing this is by checking with your finger. If it reach the line here on your finger, then that should be fine. So this is half of it, half of the. I already have a mixture of the chicken stock, so I'm gonna just mix that one. Okay, and I think that should be enough water. You see. Okay, it's not enough yet. It's important because this is glutinous rice. This is sticky rice, that it has more water because it will end up it will end up dry if there's not enough water. Okay, so chicken stock and water in there already. I'm gonna pop it in the cooker over here. All right, and then I'm gonna mix the turmeric powder. This is about a spoonful, 1 spoon of turmeric powder. Then, okay, just put it on and wait for it to be cooked. Let me just mix it. That's it. Okay. So I'm gonna put it in the cook mode. And there, we'll just wait it to be cooked. Now we are just gonna cook all the meats and you know, the ingredients together. This is very easy. You just have to saute everything, mix them all together, and once the rice is cooked later, then we're gonna mix everything, and that's it. Paella. So it's a Philippine dish derived from the Spaniards, because you know the Spaniards have colonized Philippines for 333 years. So a lot of their customs, culture and food have been passed down to Filipinos, but we like to make a twist for it. Okay, so a bit of oil in there in the pot. So we wait for it to be a little bit hot, but I'm impatient, so I'm just gonna put it now. Onion and garlic get hot. What you know, you would know if the garlic and onions are being cooked because you can smell the aromatics. That is very important. I think in almost of Filipino cuisine, we use garlic and onion most of the time because it just adds more flavor, isn't it? And the aroma, the smell to the food. So once the onion becomes more translucent and the garlic becomes more brown, then we can start adding some of the meats. Oh, I forgot to say actually that I think the secret for this dish is the Chinese sausage. Have I mentioned Chinese sausage earlier? No. So this is the Chinese sausage. Usually you can mix any other sausage, but traditionally we use Chinese sausage, and I think that's the secret to it, to make it more, even more tasty, you know. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that now. I'm gonna add the pork in. So we're just gonna wait for it, saute it, mix with the flavor of the onion and garlic. So you have to make sure that it's a little bit, before adding some more meat, that the pork is actually, it's like, you know, like 75% slightly cooked, like that. Yeah. To add more flavor, I put salt and pepper. I once saw a video of a chef cooking, and he said in every stage of cooking, add salt, add pepper, because that's where the flavor, it enhances the flavor, you know. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave that cooking for now. Okay, let's cover it. And then, while that is cooking, and for our previous video, we've made Lumpiang Shanghai. We already wrapped and rolled it. And now, I kept it in the freezer. Lovely. Okay.
Would you ever use the air fryer for this one?
Could do, but yeah, I think the air fryer makes it dry.
Ah.
So I'm just gonna increase the heat on this one, and gonna add oil in here.
What kind of oil do you use?
Vegetable oil, sunflower oil.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. How will I know if the oil is ready to deep fry? When I put some sprinkles of water there and it starts to bubble, then it's ready, it's hot enough. But this time it's not yet. So we're gonna do it again later on.
Oh, nice.
The pork is cooking nicely. A little bit more, a few more minutes, I suppose. So what I'm gonna do while waiting for the oil is slowly, you see, it came from frozen, you know, so to slowly separate them. By the way, I am from Bacolod, Philippines, so I speak English, obviously, for this video, but I speak Ilonggo or Hiligaynon, plus our Filipino language. So, Katigaag, yeah. Separar ko lang sila isa-isa. Alright. Okay. So, it's easier for me. Paradasin na lang later kung ready na ang oil. Dagdag ko na lang tayo. Ano siya? Okay. Yeah, so it's bubbling and sizzling now, isn't it? See? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna five for now. Don't overcrowd the pot. Okay, let's move on to the other. I want it a bit, you know, like a little bit toasted, like tostado. A little bit, somewhat fried. The pork before I add more meat. So I'm just gonna open the pot, leave it open. So because this is hot, this will take only a few minutes. And you know, you can always do wrap and roll the Lumpiang Shanghai and freeze it. Keep it in your freezer so it's always ready for you when you want to cook it. And you know, when you cook it, when you deep fry it from frozen, it will turn out to be more crispy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna add the liver now. This is pork liver. I don't usually use pork liver. I use chicken liver. I'll try something else. But in the Philippines, it's usually what they use is pork liver. And again, because I added another ingredient, so more salt and pepper. Especially for this one because pork liver has, you know, bit of a smell or not to taste, so we don't want that. I'm just gonna cover that up again. I think our lumpia are getting ready, almost ready. Frying, you don't want it, you want it less oily after. So put it here with the strainer and take it out. Next is our prawn. So because the prawn is frozen, it will need some time cooking, but it will be cooked. And again, salt and pepper. this batch is ready.
Doesn't take long, does it?
No. Adding the Chinese sausage. So let it cook a bit as well, together with all the rest of the meat. Usually I add chicken in here, actually, but this time it's too much meat already. So it doesn't need long to cook. Let's simmer with the rest. And next I'm gonna add the peppers. So I'm just gonna cover that up. Can you see the rice here is ready? After that, I'm just gonna mix the rice in the meat. All of that meat. Adding peas as well. So all of the ingredients are there now. I'm gonna add the raisins after I mix the rice. But basically this is ready. So I'm adding the rice now because the rice is ready and the meats are ready as well.
Oh, that rice is very sticky, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's called glutinous rice. So just have to mix.
Wow, nice.
So here it is, the final output of our Arroz Valenciana. So all of the meat cooked and the rice and toppings, top it up with eggs and spring onions. This is now our finished product, Lumpiang Shanghai.